Hello everyone, welcome to First and Not the Exorcist, and today I'll be doing the May 27, 2022 edition of the Christian Rap Roundup, where I listen to Christian rap songs that I'm interested in and share my thoughts and opinions with you. And hopefully you do the same in the comments below. Now, today we've got a pretty interesting lineup. At first, looking at it, I wasn't sure if there'd be anything that I was actually interested in, like at least a good amount, enough for me to make a whole video about it. But after going through the list, I have come up with a good amount of songs. So to start us off, we have a new one by BigBreeze, Jude Barclay, and Scooty Wop called Wavy. Now, I'm not exactly sure whose song this one is. Hmm. To be fair, it looks like if it's not really like featuring anyone in particular, it's just like a shared song between three artists. And I had to do this one first because this one, pretty much like encouraged me to even like do this. Again even because it's Jude Barclay, Scooty Wop, and Big Breeze. Now, if you're for some reason you're not familiar with those on your tapped into Christian hip hop, Jude Barclay is basically one of, if not the most consistent. Well, he's not like fully a Christian rapper. He does a good amount of singing and melodic sort of songs, but I think he raps enough, you know, in order to be considered or considered a rapper or at least a part of the Christian rap space. So yeah, he's pretty much known for releasing like a song every single week. I'm not sure if he's still doing that these days, but but he's had some really good quality songs that he releases every single week, and that's basically what I know him from his consistency. And then there's Scooty Wop. Scooty Wop, I haven't listened to a bunch of his solo work, maybe like a song here or there, but for the most part, I know him from features, especially with Rockstar JT, and I think that he always steals the show on those. He always really uh, does a great job on features, so I'm sure he'll do great here. And Big Breeze is from the Vert Mob, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too tapped in with them, but yeah, he's another great up and coming Christian rapper. On the more like he does a good amount of sort of a rod wave kind of style of rapping. Like it's really melodic rap. But and he does that style really well, I think. So this song Wavy, about 3 minutes long, should be good. So I'll be back in a few with my thoughts. Okay, well, honestly, I thought that was a bit disappointing. So to start off with the positives, well, I'll just go through like member by member. So on the chorus isn't anything much to write home about. Honestly, it's just sunshine, riding down 85, singing "Sweet Caroline" over and over and over again. Same thing over and over and over again. Not really catchy at all. It's just supposed to I think it's just supposed to invoke a certain summertime vibe, which it does a decent enough job at, but when literally that's just it, and the beat is just the regular, like, just think of sunny summertime chill beat, and you'll basically have this beat in your head. It's pretty generic. um Big Breeze is like he's not really on the song, as far as I know, unless I'm getting him and Scooty Watt mixed up. Then he's not really on the song that much. To be fair, I think he's on the chorus and like a few increments in between different parts of the song, but mostly just the chorus. And on that, he Well, unless I'm getting him on Scooty Wop mixed up, which I don't think, because I'm pretty familiar with Big Breeze's voice. So I don't think I have them mixed up. So Big Breeze on the chorus, he does an okay job. It's not much of anything, honestly. Like I just kind of feel bad, even like, even like even criticizing that part of the song, because it's just, I don't know, it's almost nothing. It's how small it is. It's just, the Sunshine, 85, Sweet Caroline. It's not much of anything, but whatever it is, it's fine. It's not annoying, at least. Scooty Wop had the first real actual verse, again, unless I'm getting him and Big Breeze mixed up. I tried to find the lyrics, but they're not up on Genius or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't find them anyway. But Scooty Wop did a uh, uh not gonna lie, I was a bit disappointed with his performance in the song, but he did, you know he did okay, did fine. Everyone had a bit of auto-tune on them, which is not a problem. It was mixed okay. Could have been mixed better, especially in those more high-pitched moments, but overall I thought it was okay. Scooty Wop's verse, nothing much to write home about, nothing much to really talk about, but it's okay. It's good enough. Passes the test. Jude Barclay gave the best performance, I think. He had the most substance in his verse. He tried to put some meaning behind him. Basically, because basically the song's about like being happy, and it's a chill summertime song. So it's about being happy, and in his verse, Jude talks about finding happiness after he broke up with his ex, like after, like when she left, the happiness came in. So he had a bit of substance to his verse, and I think that he had the best melodies as well. So well, and to be fair, he also had the longest performance, which brings me to another problem that I have with the song. It's where I think the chorus takes up way too much time, and because with like three whole artists, that chorus, and it's just like such a simple chorus. Again, it's just Sunshine, writing down 85, singing Sweet Caroline, just like basically being happy. But it's just like those three lines over and over and over again. And then like and then I just couldn't help it but just watch the bar on Spotify, like the length of the song, because I'm listening to it on Spotify. And it's just and then no one had started rapping or their verse yet, and the thing was like almost like just like way too close to halfway through, and no one had started yet. So that already was a red flag for me, pretty much telling me that the song is going to be disappointing, and I think it is. I think the chorus takes up too much space. I think wow. I think that it's just too simple. It's just too simple for its own good. These chill summertime songs for me are just hit or miss, honestly. But this one in particular was just generic overall, except for Jude. I think Jude put in some good enough substance into his. Not that it needs any like deep substance or anything. It just needs more. It needs something more for catchiness, and it just doesn't have that, in my opinion. So, uh, overall, I give Wavy, Jude Barclay, Big Breeze, and Squid Wop. I give it about a 5.5 out of 10. Not bad, not good, just passable. If someone said that they didn't like the song, I'd understand. If someone said that they really like the song, I would also understand that. So it's okay. It's all right. It has its setting, and I respect that. So it's okay. 5.5 out of 10. So let's move on. Okay, for song number two, we have a new one from the Two Up, Two Down rapper himself, Aaron Cole. It's called Glory. 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. Had no idea he was dropping a new single, but Aaron delivers most of the time, so I'm expecting this one to be good. So I'll be right back. Okay, that one was pretty good. Glory is basically Aaron Cole giving, well, as the song is called, glory to God for the success that he's achieved so far in his career. And he also talks about all the hard work and dedication that it took, and how he's been doing this since he was a teenager, and all that. So, short song, short and sweet, but it was pretty good. I couldn't help, even after listening to it a couple times, I couldn't help but shake the feeling that Aaron Cole was kind of holding back in this one. I don't know, because it seems a bit too reserved. I think his flow, even when he's giving off the energy, well, not the energy, but the when he's giving off the, I forgot the words. Okay, when he's giving off the perception that he's about to basically like start rapping more aggressive and stuff and turning on the energy, he still stays kind of at this like certain level that I think he should have really tried to break through with his voice, because I don't know, just it wasn't hard enough, I think. uh, at least what I think, what he was attempting to do, I don't think he really achieved it, but he still delivered two good verses. The chorus was the chorus was all right. Not that creative, honestly, but for the type of song that this is, this will go crazy at a concert. I'm sure in that sort of environment it'll do very really well, which brings me to another problem that I have with the song. It's that it's probably like the biggest problem I have too. The bass on this one is, I don't know who put this one together. I don't know if it's a problem with the mixing and the mastering, or just the production of the beat as a whole. But the bass in the back it's not big enough. It's not loud enough, like when the beat dropped at the start of the song, like when after he finished doing his little intro rap and then really got into the first verse. I had to turn up the volume because I could barely hear the bass at the back, which is supposed to be the big crown on top. It's like if you're really going for something energetic, which I think is what he was going for, especially going off his final verse on this song, then most definitely I think that bass was disappointing. It's not loud enough. It just doesn't hit hard enough at all. I like the, not sure if it's a sample, but the um there's this ringing, singing person, like filtered uh through throughout the song, singing glory all the time, and that's a good crux for the beat, but it's just the bass. It doesn't deliver at all. It really brings the song down for me. I think the song had the perfect length at 2 minutes 30 seconds. I think Aaron Cole, as I said, like before, could have went a bit harder, I think. So yeah, all together I'd give Glory about six, 6.5, about a 6 out of 10. Honestly, because I think that he could have went harder. I think the beat could have went harder, definitely. But that's my thoughts. Basically, it's better than the last song that we just had, but not by that much. But this one's actually good. So, yeah, 6 out of 10. Aaron Cole, Glory. Let's move on. Okay, song number three, we have Stephen Malcolm featuring Snoop Dogg and J-Way with Summertime. So maybe this will be another, summertime theme song, which makes sense because summer is just around the corner. I'm not sure when summer starts in America, because over here where I live in Guyana, it starts in June. It starts in July, so it's July and August. But as far as I know, like summer ends in August for some reason over in America, North America up there. So let me know when summer starts and ends over there. Anyway, summertime, Stephen Malcolm, Snoop Dogg, J-Way, which is impressive because Stephen Malcolm, as a Christian rapper, getting these high profile features because it was a pretty big deal when he got Shaggy, I believe it was, for his Fuego remix. Never listened to that song. It's got like 4 million views on YouTube or something like that. It's pretty big for a Christian rap song. Well, I'm not sure if it's a Christian rap song. Anyway, but he's a Christian rapper, so it doesn't really matter. But like it's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's been connected to Christian music in the past. He had his own. I think it's called Book of was it the Book of Love or something like that? Gospel of Love or something like that. He had back in like 20 what 16 17, maybe like the latest was like 18, which was a whole big other thing that we do not have to talk about. But to be honest, it's Snoop Dogg. Like Snoop Dogg will, once Snoop Dogg's proven in the past, once the money's right, he'll show up and he'll do whatever. But I'm not trying to downplay anything. All right, so let's just listen to the song "Summertime." Stephen Malcolm, Snoop Dogg, J-Way. Steven's always got good songs. I've always seen him as a good artist. Very what should I say? Very commercially, very marketable artist, I should say. So let's hear what he has to offer in this new single, "Summertime," Snoop Dogg with Snoop Dogg and Joey. Okay, now the golden question with this one: was it better than Wavy? Is it a better summertime song than Wavy? And honestly, surprisingly, I think they're pretty much equal. Cause like just like how with last video I got confused and ended up listening to like one song over and over again trying to understand what was going on with the Reconcile song that for that week. As it turns out, this because I don't know who J-Way is, so I'm trying to look at the lyrics to see what his contributions are to judge it correctly and criticize it correctly based on what he actually did. And well, and the lyrics that I found were different from what I was hearing. And as it turns out, is that this is a remix to a song that Stephen Malcolm did, well, that Stephen Malcolm and Jay-Way did like all the way back in 2019. And the like Genius has the Snoop lyrics and like some of the J-Way and Stephen Malcolm lyrics, but not like everything in order or anything like that. But that's besides the point. I ended up listening to this thing. I kid you not, like about like 8, 9, or 10 times. Honestly, I'm looking at the time. It's almost 1 o'clock. I spent almost. It must have been like at least like a half hour listening to this song, to just this song over and over again, because I just couldn't believe like the like what was forming in my head. I just couldn't believe the opinion that I was forming in my head, and I did not want to have that opinion. I was fighting it, so I listened to it over and over again. But it just kind of cemented it. It just kind of put a stamp of approval on it as to what I actually feel about this song, and it's that This song is just like it's just okay. It's just passable. It just went right through me. And it's so surprising because it has all the makings of like a decent summertime song. But the big problems for me, first of all, that beat. That beat is pretty bad. It's like it's weird because it's not bad, but it's bad at the same time. It's weird. It's everything's weird. I just listened to this thing like 8 or 9 times, and I just felt nothing. I felt absolutely nothing. Maybe even less feeling, I think, than the Wavy song, which I thought was severely average just a while ago. And this one's, I mean, like this, I put this right around the same threshold as Wavy, honestly, because it's just so weird. It's just so weird. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Dogg, drops a short verse. Basically, sounds like spoken word. Honestly, it could pass for spoken word. It's your regular call it in, give me my money so I can go Snoop Dogg verse. Okay, he just came in for a couple bars and he left, and it was nothing. It was nothing. It was just it wasn't terrible, but it was, it was passable. All right, it was fine. It was nothing basically. J-Way had parts in the chorus. I think he did a good job there. He has some nice melodies and stuff that that was good. That was that was good. That's all I can basically say. Um, Stephen Malcolm, um, Stephen Malcolm, his performance, a lot like the Snoop Dogg one, except he had two verses, in the bridge. It just went right through me. Everything that he did, even though he switched his flow up, I think 2 or 3 times, it just went right through me. I felt nothing, and this is just confusing me so much because I spent so much time listening to this song and I still feel nothing. In about a second, well, in a couple of seconds, you'll hear my alarm go off because it's about to be 1 o'clock, and I don't know how to turn the alarm off of my watch. So sorry if that um, becomes something irritating in a little bit. So, but basically, again, Stephen Malcolm. I don't know. It just went right through me. I felt absolutely nothing from his performance. Well, not like absolutely nothing. Like it wasn't bad. It's just really, really average. With even the way how he switched up his flow and stuff wasn't surprising in any way. It just kind of fit. But I think like well, I'm not sure what the biggest deal breaker was for me. Oh, I mean, for me, like the biggest deal breaker. There it goes. The biggest deal breaker for me was that just the song was just too average. It was just too cookie cutter all around. Like I'm guessing this summertime song thing just isn't for me. There's a couple ones that I like, but it's not a lot. I can tell you that. But yeah, just basically everything just kind of went right through me, and I felt nothing. It didn't make me feel happy. It didn't make me feel sad. It was just meh. It was passable. It was okay, I guess. Okay, I guess that's the best way I can describe this song. And again, with that beat, I'm not sure what that instrument is, if it's even an instrument. Whatever that like stuttering kind of sound was on the beat. It just wasn't good. I it That's the only part of the song that I think really annoyed me. I think like as soon like because it just starts off and it just stays that same way throughout the entire song. And I think that was the wrong move to make. I think that was a pretty bad idea. Like this whole song overall was just, I don't know. It's just like Snoop feels out of place. Snoop, I mean, like not really out of place. I think that's going a bit too far. He wasn't out of place. I think he was just, he just called it in. It's just your generic, uh, modern day Snoop Dogg verse. He gives a lot of verses like this. That's just how he's rapping now because he doesn't need to do it anymore. I think that's why he's not as hungry as he used to be when it comes to actually rapping on these songs. But yeah, overall, summertime, Stephen Malcolm, Snoop Dogg, JOA, pretty disappointing. I'm not even sure what my expectations were. I've pretty much forgotten them at this point after listening to the darn thing for like 8 or 9 times because I'm so confused as to how I could actually feel nothing. This is my first time listening to a song where I actually feel nothing. Realistically, nothing. So overall, I give it about same thing that I give Wavy, 5.5 out of 10. I think that seems pretty fair. Hopefully we can pick it up because it just hasn't been that good so far. So let's we're close to a half hour in length and we're only now getting to the fourth song. So let's just move this one along on to song 4. Okay, on this next one we've got the Christian rapper D Moore. I mean D1 with his new single More. Now D1 never been the biggest fan of him. I remember liking a couple songs in the past, like one that he had with Lecrae and then some other ones. I don't know, some other ones I already forgot about him. But he's basically like a rapper that I just kind of see around. That's kind of how I know him because he's kind of been around for a while, so it's kind of hard to not notice him. He's I've seen him around like Master P and stuff, which is impressive and stuff. But that doesn't really matter. We're talking about the music here, and he's pretty notable for like I think he was on the news or something. Well, at least over in North America, from what I've read, because of I don't know. I think he was coming at like Jay Z or Lil Wayne or something like that. I don't know. Like I don't even remember. I'm not even sure what I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, so he's got a new single, More, uh, and and just to bring him back down to earth. I think he's a good rapper. Not the most interesting figure out there. Not my favorite in any sense of the word, but he is good. He is most definitely really good at what he does. Okay, after listening to that song, right off the bat, I'd like to apologize because a second ago, I just called this man a good rapper, but he's turns out he's a great rapper. This just reminded me that because in less than 3 minutes, this man just accomplished more, just immensely, embarrassingly more than the past four. Is it been 4 or 3 songs? I don't even know if this is song 4 or song 5. I don't even know. But the past songs, it's accomplished way more than those combined. Because this is just this. Now this is effort. All right, this is really giving it, just really showing what you're made of. Really giving it your best foot forward. And I think D1 delivered something special with this one. Now, basically, the song, like as the title says, it's about him wanting more. It's about him wanting more out of life, more life in general, more love, more money, just like more of everything, just more. It's just about him wondering if he's spent his time wisely on the earth. Like thinking about when it's his time to go. Will he look back and be proud of how he spent his time, and he just says that he wants more out of life in general, and that's really something that's really you know relatable to a lot of people, and I think he gave a really great emotional performance over this simple but but effective beat, because it's just like you could just hear it in his voice, especially in the latter parts of the song where Ray just keeps repeating the chorus. It's a repetitive chorus, but it's a good effective chorus. He just keeps saying, "I need more, I need more, I need more," over and over again, and his voice gets all raspy in the end. It's really hits home that message, of that nice emotional message, it's just like simply put, it's just a good song. It's a great song. You might excuse me. Um, so yeah, D1 more. We definitely need more of this, because this is actually the first really good song that I've come across today. So I'll give D1 more. Uh, solid 8 out of 10. Honestly, it's a really good song. The first one that I can say with absolute certainty that I recommend you actually listen to, because it just hits right to home, especially for me, with that message. So solid 8 out of 10. D1, keep the good music coming, because you just basically saved me from falling asleep just now. Anyway, so let's keep going. Okay, after collecting my thoughts for a little bit, recognize that was song 4, so we're about to move into song 5 now. This one is called KC Undercover 2, and it's by a rapper that I've never heard about before, KC. But the well, to be fair, the only reason why I'm listening to this one is because I see Battz. Battz is on the song, so yeah, this one should be good. It's Casey Lazarus with exclamation at the end. So I guess you're supposed to yell his name. I will not do that. People are sleeping. So Casey Lazarus and Battz. Casey Undercover 2. Let's see what it's sounding like. It's a pretty short song, so I'm interested to hear how they're gonna do this one. So I'll be right back. That was good. That was really good. All right. Casey, as it turns out, Casey is one of, well, at least judging off of this one song, Casey is one of those turn up Christian rappers. Basically the Playboy Cardi's, basically the XXX Tentacion, Ski Master Slumclad, Playboy Cardi's of Christian rap, basically. Well, it's just to give you an idea of what to basically compare it to, like the kind of sound that that he has at least, and it really works. These kind of songs have been hit or miss with me in the past, but rappers like him and Big Gucci Dame, I think, do them really well. And this one was no exception. It's only 2 minutes long, and it's got 3 verses. And I think that they all brought something pretty unique to the song, especially Battz. Of course, Battz always stands out. He slowed things down a little bit, but it was worth it. It didn't ruin the flow of the song or anything. It just kind of switched things up, which is good. It's good to switch things up, and Battz did a good job on there. I'm not sure if Casey was the first rapper or the last one, because the last rapper says that he's rocking with Battz and Laz, as in Lazarus, one of the rappers on the song. So that could be Casey, but the first rapper said this is Casey on the cover. I don't know. So like but anyway, but basically everyone did a good job. All right, Casey did a good job. Lazarus did a good job. Battz did a good job as always, of course. And this is a great turn up song. And with it being just 2 minutes long, there's not much to it. Not much. It's not really made for substance. It's just made to have some, some good clean fun too, and it serves that purpose really well. To get you hype and all that. And of course, with it being this short, it has a lot of replay value as well. I really like the beat and all the like distorted on on purpose. Well, I'm not really sure if it's on purpose, but it's the kind of badly mixed kind of thing that X and Ski used to do back in the day. And I think they pull that off really well. And this overall is a good song. So KC Undercover 2 by KC, Lazarus, and Battz. I'll give that a clear and dear 7. Yeah, I think a 7 out of 10 seems fair. So overall, a really good song. And I'll be looking forward to what Casey has in the future. So let's move on to song number 6. For song number 6, we have "Look at Me Now" by Vic Lucas and Scooty Wop. Pretty sure that this is Vic Lucas's song. I have no idea who this is, but it has Scooty Wop on it. I reviewed a Scooty Wop song. I think it was the first song. Yeah, it's the first song that I did. It was pretty disappointing, wavy. So, I just picked this song to basically see if we can have a good Scooty Wop song on the video. So, let's. Well, I'll listen to it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now that was a really good song. Really, really, really good song. So you got a good Scooty Wop song here. Vic Lucas, uh, kind of sounded like he was English there for a little bit, or at least like British or something like that. But I don't think he is anymore. Basically, the song "Look at Me Now" is about just looking at them basically talking about how far they've came, how far they've grown as to becoming better people. It's basically what the song's about. But you know that the song's more interesting, way more interesting than what I just made it sound. But yeah, overall it's a really good song. Vic Lucas does a great job, or just a great job on the hook and on his verse. I mean, I'm not like stretching for compliments or anything like that. It's good. It's good. It's good. Not much to say, but it is good. It is definitely good. Definitely good. Scooty Wop, as I was describing him before I did my review of Wavy with Jude Barclay and BigBreeze, he always does a great job on features. Didn't do such a good job on there, but on here, he really proves my point, because he just took this one and ran with it. Like, his flow was so smooth. It was so well put together. It was so good. And his melodies were on point as well. I've never seen him had this good quality melodies in his songs, but in this one he just does a really good job. I think the song is kind of dragged out. I think it could have gone along a bit faster than almost 4 minutes. I can't believe I'm complaining, because I think pretty much all the past songs have all hung around 3 minutes long, and now we have one that's almost four, and it's a problem. But yeah, I think it kind of dragged out after Vic Lucas's verse, getting closer to the middle of the song. It looks as if they were really trying to push out the length of this one. But it's understandable. It's not like a deal breaker or anything. It's just something that I noticed. And it doesn't hinder the song in any way for me at all. But it's just something that I noticed. All right. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a really good song. Vic Lucas does a good job on the hook and on his verse. The beat is good. Scooty Wop does a really good job. Pretty much stole the show on this one. So altogether, I'd give "Look at Me Now" about a 7. Yeah, about a 7. A strong 7. Kind of want to give it a 7.5, but I will stick with a 7. 7 out of 10 for "Look at Me Now" by Vic Lucas and Scooty Wop. Looks like we're on a good trajectory right now. Hopefully it stays that way. I'm pretty sure this is the sixth song. Pretty sure this is the sixth song. So we should be moving into our final song right about now, because this video is getting to be pretty long. Okay, for our seventh and final song for this edition of Christian Rap Roundup, we have Macarena by Caleb Gordon. That is a name that I've heard floating around for quite some time. But what really made me want to save this one for last, really, is because my brother's been trying to get me to listen to some of this guy's music. His song Evidence, I think, I'm pretty sure that was like his previous single. My brother really likes that song. He plays it all the time. He sings it all the time. Not the biggest fan of it, doesn't really hit me like that. But the Caleb interests me as an artist, so I just wanted to really save this one for last to close things off. So I'll be right back. Okay. Well, this one had me not gonna lie, had me kind of worried at the first couple seconds, up to about the 20-second mark, like the way how it was starting had me kind of worried. But then once Caleb got into that groove, he got into that flow, like it just became so catchy. It just like instantly it was it's impressive how this song just kind of switched from me being so mixed about it to just like completely loving it just a second later. And it's really good. It's such a good example of adapting, I guess, because like it's a like Christian rap isn't the most isn't the most innovative and just like like pioneering new styles kind of genre, since it is a subgenre of hip hop. So whatever the sound is, that's just you'll the whatever the popular sound is, you'll be sure to hear some version of that in Christian rap. And I think Caleb does a really good job of taking that new sort of like almost like sort of like new underground, new era of like SoundCloud perfect plug kind of sound of like guys like Sofago and stuff like that, and really putting it into this really catchy 2 minute 45-second song. And it just works perfectly. That chorus is catchy, the beat is really simple, just deceptively simple, but still really catchy. And I think like just like I said before, it's a great example of like adapting to what the current state is, just what people are looking for, what people are listening to. And I'm not like trying to say like he's doing this simply to fit in or something like that, or simply to cater to some sort of new sound, because of course I can't judge him like that. I don't know what's going on in his head or what his reasons are for making music that sounds like whatever it sounds like. But main point is that it's really really good. It is solid. His flow, he's got those standout bars and stuff. It just like those new underground guys, right? And it's just impressive. It's just impressively catchy, impressively good. And I think it's definitely the best I've heard today. Overall, I give Macarena by Caleb Gordon about a 8.5, maybe, almost a 9, honestly. I might get, nah, 8.5. I can't give it a 9. I'm not that strongly good about it, so I'll give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's the best song I've heard all night. It's great. It's such a great song. Trust me, it's impressive. I recommend it. It's really catchy. It's really good. Um, didn't even tell you what the song was about. Not that you'd care. I mean, it's not like some sort of like deep message. These songs aren't really about the story. Like you don't really know. I mean, like you don't really have to know what they're about to really enjoy them. Well, I mean, like, of course you know what they are, but you get what I'm saying, all right? Like, the subject matter is not the biggest pull for it. It's the sound, it's the standout bars, it's the production, it's the flow. It's just a very impressive song. Macarena is an impressively adaptive, impressive, modern Christian rap song. I think like this could it's so good. I think it could kind of serve as a template of how to really do it, honestly, without seeming like if you're just doing it because this is the new sound, this is what I must do to, to get plays on Spotify or something like that, or to even get noticed by people outside of Christian music, because this is like, all I can say is that it's impressive. All right, I am, color me impressed. I am impressed. I am satisfied. I am impressed. All right, that's it. Solid 8.5 out of 10. Did not like his Evidence song, but this, you know what? I might have to go back to that Evidence song, honestly. So yeah, really impressed by Caleb Gordon's new single, Macarena. It's simple, but it is really well executed. Like, it's definitely recommended. Out of everything here, I recommend it the absolute most. So yeah, and that brings us to the end of the second episode and the May 27th, going into 28 because it is after 1 o'clock. But May 27th edition of the Christian Rap Roundup. All right, this week was a pretty mixed bag. We're about to hit 50 minutes. The last video was like a half hour long. Hopefully, I'll be able to cut this down to that. Hopefully, all right. Hopefully, I can't make any promises. But this week was a pretty mixed bag overall. I'd say, we had just as much good songs as we had average songs. Like there wasn't anything bad, but those average songs at the beginning, especially that Stephen Malcolm song and the Jude Barclay BigBreeze Skudiwap song Wavy, those songs really kind of took me out of it. Really took a lot out of me. Like that Stephen Malcolm song had me so confused as to how I could feel absolutely nothing for a song, because it's my first time feeling that way, and it's and it's such a weird feeling. I hope I never feel that way in the future. Like like if I don't like a song, yeah, that's one thing. I can realize that I don't like a song and just move on. But the fact that I felt nothing, as in it was so average that I felt nothing, it just had me so confused. It had me so just like lost. It's such a weird feeling. Yeah, so how did you feel about this week's selection? This is what I was interested in listening to. And so that's what I listened to, and I gave you my thoughts, my opinions. This is the Christian Rap Roundup for May 27th, 2022. Hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. It was confusing. It was incredibly long to film this, but it was fun. It was good. I'll be back next week as long as I'm not dead. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been First Not the Exorcist. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. God bless.